Okay, so the theme is the kind of the way that the website is laid out, and as far as color, look, and feel. And right now, the default theme that we're using is the 2017 right here. So, uh, I mean, there's a lot of different themes out there. Most of them are paid. They want you to pay for them. Not many are free. If you want to search for themes, you can add new and search in there. So if we want to add a different theme than the one that is here, which is the default one, you can hit the, again, it's under Appearance, Themes. You can say Add New, and it'll go through and you can see some of them in there. One of the things to keep in mind is that they're showing you a theme with pictures in it, but when you download the theme and install it, it's not gonna look the same, because until you start putting content in there. So a lot of students, when they first start, they're like, oh, I downloaded this theme and it doesn't look like the way that I saw it, right? And it's because you didn't, like this one, it has a whole bunch of graphics in it. All they're doing is showing you the possibilities, right? So if you want to look at a theme, you can again, right here is theme. I hit add. You can do a feature filter for the theme, which then you could say what kind of theme you're looking for. Maybe you're doing a food and drinks website, a holiday site, photography, portfolio. You can search as well. Again, it's under feature filter. And then how you want the look to be. Do you want a grid layout, 1 column, 2 column, 3 column? And so and if you click on it, it'll then limit the searching of the themes just for that. So let's say we want to do a photography with 2 columns. I can apply these two, and it'll show me all the themes with 2 columns. And I don't think it really does a good job, because some of these don't look like they're 2 columns. I don't know. And this looks like 1 column. I don't know. Many of them have these giant image at the top, which kind of makes it a little bit, I don't know, the giant images at the top kind of take up a lot of real estate, and I tend to not like those. This one's quite nice. If you see one you like, you can hit the preview, and it'll show you what it looks like. You'll notice it takes on the plain graphics that we have. Some of them look more like blogs, and others look more like websites. I don't know. A lot of these, you click on them and you install the theme, and then what the problem you run into is that if you want to do something, they're going to want you to pay. Right? It's like a bait and switch kind of thing, Oh, you like this theme here, you install it, and then you start working with it, and then, hey, you want to put something in there or do something, and they say, oh, you need to upgrade to the pro version. So let's try one. I'm going to go searching for some themes. Another great place to look, of course, is the actual WordPress website. So if you go to wordpress.org, and you'll notice there it says themes right here as well, and you can go and look for all the themes there as well. I don't know if you can search by just free. I tried doing that on Wednesday. I tried typing in free here, and it just came up with freelance and free this, free that. I was looking for ones that were like free that I didn't have to pay for, and so searching free didn't really work. I tried that already. But again, on WordPress.org themes right there, you got the same kind of look that you do when you're inside here. So you can do some research ahead of time. Once you find one that you like, or think you like, you can install, and it'll install the code for it. What's it installing is it's installing mostly CSS files. Those of you who might have taken an HTML class know what CSS is, Cascading Style Sheet. And if you hit activate, it'll then, the theme recommends the follow, and then it might recommend plugins as well. And if you want to see it in that, you can actually go to your site. Oh, just give me a second here. I'm looking at this theme. Let me just see if it worked here. Uh-oh, it's taking a little time here. So go and look for some themes and see if you can find one that you like. Keep in mind the customize option will be different. No, you don't need to download it. That's going to download the software, right? So you're just looking for a theme if you like it. So you say maximize, so you have to install it from inside the application. Mine doesn't seem to work. But that's not good. There we go. So again, it doesn't have pictures, right? So I installed this theme. It's kind of a nice theme, actually, but it doesn't have the photos that you saw on the previous site. So what I would need to do, and probably turn some stuff on, so you would then go and customize this theme. And so I go to customize for this theme, and depending upon, you'll have different options according to the theme, especially under the customize. Some themes are very customizable, others are just kind of plain, you can only change a few things. I don't know if it's the internet or my server. Yours is slow too? It's probably the internet, because my server is not that slow. Really? Really? Alright, that didn't work. Let's try again, customize. No. Lost connection. Really?
How would we know if it's free or paid or?
That, I was going to try and show you that, because usually when you install it and then go to the customize, and when you start going through the customize and you start trying to turn features on, you're like changing colors mostly, and then it'll pop up and say, you know, the pro version you can change the colors and stuff like that. So I don't know. That's why I tried searching for free.
So pro version stands for you have to pay.
Yeah, the pro version they want you to pay, you know, for the to turn on features usually. I would show you that if I could get to anything. There we go. Whoosh. I don't know if it's my server or is it the internet itself. Oh, come on. There we go. See right here, this one. The pro version includes unlimited skin colors and gorgeous alternative front page. 200 Google font option, testimonials, frequent. So in order to, this one looks kind of nice. I thought it looked good. But, if I try and change things, go to, I'll turn it, I don't know. I can maybe add my, add one of my flowers up there. And so most of them, after you install it, then they start telling you, hey, the pro version. And then you click on it and we'll find out how much it cost. And of course, I can't see. They don't tell me. $40. I don't know. I paid for the theme for my wife's website. It has a lot of things you can do, a lot of customization. It was like $60. So, most of them will be around that. It's, okay, so I don't know how to find ones that are super free and good, but this one, seems to have some options here. I mean, you could use the ones here, but if you want to do something, so this one looks like it changes. And notice, see all the different options I have here in this customized compared to the other one. This one looks like you can change fonts, background color, background image, skins. It has a footer option. You can put your social media links in there, company branding. You can put your stuff in there, put out. So depending on the theme, this one seems to have a lot, but I don't know why my pictures are not showing up. I'm going to go see what it looks like. My pictures are still not showing up down here. I don't know. I'm going to go try a different theme. I'm not sure if I like this one. Let me find one. I don't know what they're doing to my photo up here. Okay, so I don't know. Let me try and find a better one. One of the things about WordPress is that it doesn't matter really what kind of image you give it, because what it'll do is it will optimize that image according to size on the screen. And so if you give it a really big image, you think, oh, it's going to take forever to download that page. Well, it does this optimization, and there's some plugins that you can do to even increase that optimization of the image. So even if you give it a 2000 pixel by 2000 pixel image and it's like 1 megabyte or whatever, and you install it in there, but then you go and put it on your site at like 500 pixels by 500 pixels, it'll kind of optimize that for that size and download it quickly. So it does do this caching with images and stuff, and we'll look at some of the plugins for that. There's plugins that will do that optimization for you so that your site loads faster. It's a major problem. The speed is a problem in. So let me just make a quick logo here of 400 pixels wide by 300 pixels high, and whoosh, that's pretty big. What are we doing? Flowers, right? Okay, so I'm going to draw myself a nice flower here. My flower logo. There we go. Isn't that a beautiful flower? How can I fill that in? We have a paint bucket in this program. They had a paint bucket. No. Okay, well, we'll just put there's some leaves on there. There we go. Let's make this kind of orange. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Oh, and let's put some text on there. There we go. What a beautiful logo. Now, one of the things you'll notice inside of Photoshop here is that I have this checkerboard pattern. So this checkerboard pattern, of course, is a transparent. So if you wanted to put this on a website and have this area be transparent, you got to save it in a PNG format. The JPEG cannot have a transparent layer to it. So it would just be a white box then if you saved it as JPEG. So if you go underneath File, Save As in Photoshop, you would want to change the format to PNG. Now you can't take a Photoshop file and put that in WordPress. The files that you can put in WordPress are going to be JPEG, PNG, and then there's no GIF option here. Yeah, so those are the two I would choose, JPEG or PNG. PNG will have the transparency. So if I save this, and we'll call it logo, and I'm going to put it in my folder. Again, if I saved it as a JPEG though, it'll then, you'll see the difference. If I can find my, on these computers? It should be in the dock, a PS. Do you have a dock? So again, if you looked at the JPEG one, see it has a big white box on it right there, but the PNG one, you can see it's kind of gray back there. I could put this over any graphic and the color will come through. Okay, so those are the two formats I would use primarily. Usually you can scale it. I don't know. I've been putting things inside of WordPress today and I haven't been able to scale. But I'm gonna choose this as a logo. Let me try my PNG, and I'm gonna choose that. And then I really wanted it to be smaller. No. Choose your own logo. Optimize size is 300 by 90 pixels high. Mine's a little bit big. So again, you can see it's telling you, this, at least for this one, it's telling you a specific size. So you could go back to Photoshop and you could go and change the size under image. Image size is where you change sizes in Photoshop. And so, what did it say, pixels? Was it 90 pixels high? There we go. What's that? I'm just talking randomly about it. Yeah, I don't expect you to learn Photoshop today. Okay, I'm just randomly talking about file formats. So let me save this. And I don't know why. So since I changed the size, I would have to upload it again. That looks better. This theme has a sidebar, as you can see here. I don't know if I can turn it off or not. It just, again, that your customize is going to change according to the theme you have, and you just have to go through each theme, see what it is. Do I need to turn off an area if I have to? I'd love to turn this off. I have to look for it. How do I turn it off? I don't know. You would have to go through. I mean, we could turn all this stuff off. Colors. What color did that change? It just said background color. It didn't change anything I saw. There's no header image in this one. No, there is a background image. We already have our menu we made before. You can see it here. Okay. And then widgets would be area here. And oh boy, look at all this down here. What I'm looking for is how to turn some of this stuff off. Because depending upon the theme you downloaded, am I stuck with all this stuff over here? Can I get rid of it? I mean, it is not easy to. Probably the best thing to do is to pay for a theme, literally. That way you get the options that you really want. And it doesn't look like how am I supposed to get rid of all this stuff down here? I don't know if I don't want it. And so again, how much is the pro version for this one? Oh, this one says free themes. So I don't know. Are these really free? What do you say free? Free WordPress themes and templates. This update list of exclusive best free responsive WordPress themes to download in 2018. Are they really free? I don't know. So maybe search on line to look for a free one.
Would you install it the same way?
I would find what it says, appointment way, like this. And then I would go to, you need to install it inside here, so then I would go to the It's waiting. Which option?
Well, I guess it's different.
It depends on the theme. Yeah, it depends on the theme. Okay, well this theme is a little bit I don't know. Probably best to pay, I guess. I don't know. I might go back to the default one. How about we go back to my 2017? I actually liked the 2016 one. That was pretty good. I never liked this one with this giant. I'm gonna go back to the default one. You're just gonna have to look for a theme and try and figure it out yourself. There's no one way or the other. The whole layout depends on the theme. And if you want to, once you have a theme, and this again is the home theme, and again I don't know how to get rid of this, but if you want to customize your own, you have full control over everything inside here. And so if you know how to do the coding, learn a little CSS, because I actually do a lot of hand coding in WordPress myself. So how WordPress works is it works by using PHP files, and then I think I told you at the beginning of class it then generates the HTML. So how it works is there's a header, and that's why most of them have header like this. There's a PHP file for header, there's a PHP file for footer, and then there's a PHP file that puts it all together, and then there's CSS files that kind of connect them all together. And so if you want to alter all the code, if you understand and learn a little of the HTML, to get to all that is underneath editor right here under appearance editor. And if you click on that, it'll actually take you to the code view of, if it loads here. And I customize pages, especially I've customized the theme for a QR code on my products. There are QR codes on my products, and so when people scan the QR code, I have a really small kind of mobile friendly page that only has like 3 buttons on it. And I just customized it here using the editor, and it is not loading. Why? Boy, we're having problems today with these. There we go. So they give you a little warning message saying, hey, you're gonna break things if you go in here, but hey, you know, you gotta. So again, this is the editor. So in the editor, you can edit, and this theme, again, it depends on the themes. This first one it's showing you is the CSS, which is basically the color and the graphics and everything, and position and font. You can see if you know how to change some of the options in here, you can customize your CSS right here. So of course it's a very big file. You can see the CSS is awful long. I try to streamline this a little bit by taking away things and adding things and so on, at least on mine. Then again, you have all the PHP files over here, and so you can go through them. Most of them have a header PHP file. So this is all the data that goes in the top. Okay, all the data that goes in the top. And so you can customize that. And then there should be one for footer. Oh, here it is. A footer PHP file. And then it should have then a homepage PHP file. And then a theme header. Oh, we already did header. So usually how this works, and the reason why they use PHP is so that the top part stays the same on every page, right? The footer stays the same pretty much on every page, and it's only the content in the middle that changes. So whenever you're making your pages, it only has to deal with whatever's in the middle. And that's sort of how WordPress works, and that's why they use this PHP. And we used to call it server-side includes, where you would have the server would only have to deal with one file for the header, one file for the footer, and then it's only changing the stuff in the middle. And that's sort of why it's built like that. And it's a little complicated, but you know, once you practice and get used to it, you're able to edit pretty easily. It took me a while to get used to it, but I was able to do it. So I went back to the default theme, whatever, just so that I didn't have to deal with So let's get back to the plugins. So the first thing we're going to do is let me stop this video here.